What's good, YouTube? We are back with another banger, daily banger reaction video. Today we're looking a little further into why Luka Doncic got traded. Let's do it. For most of this video, I'm gonna do the small reaction. Like, I'm gonna be in the corner. I don't really have to explain that, but I gotta make like a face for the thumbnail, so ignore this. If I used neither of those, I wouldn't be surprised.
By far the most shocking trade in NBA history, but
No
why?
cap.
Why did the Mavericks trade prime Luka for AD and one?
Yo, chat, is this
Why did
worse
they
than
ask
KD to
everything
GSW?
for their best baggage? Why do it now and not wait for the summer? Tristan Thompson said Luka getting traded from Dallas has to have a deeper story behind it,
bro.
and he's right. So the details are: the Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. Mavs get AD,
they get Markieff
Max
Morris
Christie,
too. Nobody's even talking
the
about,
Lakers
bro.
First, and the Jazz have to be a third team in here to make it work. They get Jalen Hood-Schifino in 2 seconds.
Bro, the way this doesn't work in my head is just crazy to me, because it's like, bro, like, how are you going to put Christie and AD in a package for Luka with 1 first-round pick? And it's like, this is prime Luka. Like, this he's entering his prime. This is a man who's giving you a 60-20-10 triple-double. This is a man who's put up 70+ in a game before just for fun. And, like, AD is nice, bro. So, like, you got a you know what I'm saying, a DPOY in your hands as well. So, it's like, I understand they're trying to move for defense, but, like, flipping Luka, bro. And, like, now he's never leaving the Lakers, bro. Like, I don't think they can ever offer the Lakers enough bread to get them flipped. You know, Luka's going to be their star player of the organization for the rest of his days. Is what it looks like. Even, I mean, that's what we thought for the Mavs, too. So, I guess we never really know. But if they get a chance to get Wemby, they will go for it. And then we got a 17th pick of the second round, I think. I want to say. First or second, something like that. Hey, maybe bro would tee up on the Jazz. He wasn't doing too hot in the Lakers uniform. So, he might tee up. But, bro, 2029 first round pick and AD and Max Christie for this is like, this doesn't make sense, bro.
Now, before we get to why this happened, Luka is going to pair up with his idol LeBron James in LA. So the Lakers go from plus 5,000 to win the West to plus 950, meaning they jumped over the Mavs, Rockets, Clippers, and Grizzlies.
Not to be that guy, but you spell Mavericks wrong, or your editor.
Behind now just...
I'm not gonna lie, to win the West, let's really think about this. Thunder is clearly the favorite. The Nuggets, how are they on earth? How on earth are they stopping Jokic without AD? And it's like, the thing is, they're saying that the Lakers are gonna do another move and try to get a big, but it's like, bro, like, I'm sorry, not AD. How are you stopping Jokic, bro? What is your plan? They couldn't stop Jokic with AD. Are they gonna put Braun at center and like let him duke it out? Like, what's gonna happen? And then just let Luka like cook Jamal Murray or something? Or are they gonna put Luka on Jokic? Like, what is their plan, bro? I don't know. I think they could beat the Grizzlies. They could beat the Clippers. The Rockets, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if they could beat the Rockets. The Rockets might have a good chance this year to put in pain. Mavericks as well. That's odd, bro.
Denver and...
My nigga's always smoking in the school, bro. Hey, this video, I'm gonna pause real quick. And we're back. KOC4Q,
OKC. This is an amazing trade for LA, but pretty suspicious. They get a 25-year-old...
Why is it like the quality emitting? Oh, it says it's 1080.
MVP candidate for 32-year-old AD and Max Christie.
Maybe it's just the clips itself.
Don't even have to give up all their first-round picks.
Bro, giving up
one
first round for this, bro.
Reports say that LeBron had no idea about this trade. He was
out
to dinner with his family.
Yo, y'all think LeBron has something to do with it? I don't think so, honestly, bro. I feel like LeBron and AD like really had a good relationship. So, but there's a theory floating around where they're saying that because LeBron is supposedly about to retire soon, that was his way of setting up AD with a good future and letting the Lakers also you know, have somebody to build around in Luka. How y'all feel about that theory?
After beating the Knicks in New York. The Suns and Blazers were playing at the time, and a fan yelled out to Devin Booker, and Book said back, "You mean Luka Garza?" Like, he figured the fan was wrong. Shams had to tweet, "This is 1,000% real," basically saying my account wasn't hacked, because the only other time an MVP type was traded this young was AD in 2019, because he demanded a trade. Multiple reports say Luka did not demand a trade, he wanted to be there. Dude was up for a Supermax extension in Dallas this summer. Did they think he wouldn't sign it so they would trade him now? No, this has never happened before.
Literally.
So why? Well, ESPN says that the Mavs GM Nico Harrison picked up the phone and he called the Lakers' Rob Pelinka. They knew each other for years through Kobe. Nico could trust Pelinka to keep this quiet. The Mavericks were motivated to move Doncic because of his constant conditioning concerns. There had been significant frustration about Luka's lack of discipline regarding his diet and conditioning, which team sources considered a major factor in his injury issues. We all know that Luka looks fat and out of shape. Bad defense, complaints to refs. Remember when they clinched the NBA Finals last year? Luka was celebrating with a beer and Nico Harrison swiped it? Look at Luka's face. We all thought it was hilarious. Yeah, not Dallas. Or when Brian Windhorst went off on Luka when they go down 3-0 in the finals.
His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win. He's got to get over this. And the fact that he came out after the game and blamed the officials showed me he's nowhere close yet.
Oh, fans ripped Windy for saying that, but you know who didn't? The Dallas Mavericks. They also think that his conditioning creates the injuries. Just look at Luka as a rookie. He looked like this. Listed weight 230. But this year, he looks like this. This is a photo of Luka as of this week, okay? His weight, according to ESPN,
that's a grown-ass man. No wonder he looks bigger.
What? And it ain't muscle. Dude has played just 22 games this year because he got a calf strain. And ESPN says when that happened near Christmas, the Mavs' reaction wasn't, "Oh man, what bad luck." Their reaction was, "This is your fault. You wouldn't be injured if you were in shape." So the Mavericks are doing something that we've never seen. They're basically saying, we don't want to be the Pelicans with Zion. We don't want to be the Clippers with Kawhi. We don't want to be held hostage for
We don't want the
years
face of our
by a
franchise
flaky
to be
superstar.
injured.
We would rather take our chances and trade.
That's so BS though, cause Luka's not even flaky, bro. Like Luka's dead ass, like, you know what I mean? Like he's not like, you know what I mean, bro? Like he's not a bad player. He's not really that injury prone. He's not a Kawhi or Zion or even an AD, bro. Where you got rid of your face of your franchise 25-year-old in their prime superstar to go get AD who's injured every couple nights. And it's like, okay, so you have AD, Kyrie, and Clay. Like now what? Like now what do you do? I mean, you have PJ, you got Gafford. I gotta watch like a video, and somebody has to like explain like what the Mavs' next play is, bro. Cause they're saying this is win now, but it's like, bro, AD is currently injured. I know he's supposed to come back soon, but like, what happens? Like, what happens next? You know what I'm saying?
Him. Normally, teams are too scared to do a deal like this, and they just spend year after miserable year with their star in and out of the lineup, moody as hell. I will bet that despite all their success recently, the last few years have been
plays
a
in the
nightmare
background. He's
for
splashing.
people who work in the team. Their lives were miserable, and they were like, F this, let's just move on. They are now betting that Luka will not be the next great player, that he won't win MVPs, he won't win championships. Instead,
crazy.
They're betting he is the next Zion. And this is why they did this trade. But it still doesn't explain why Anthony Davis, who is 32 years old and injury prone, they could have gotten more, right? I mean, Zach Lowe says a GM immediately texted him, "What a terrible deal." You would think that the Mavericks could have gotten like 10 first-round picks. They could have gotten almost any superstar in the NBA, right? Except for like Victor Wembanyama, Shai Alexander, Nikola Jokic.
Literally,
that's about
besides them.
I think the Warriors would have even thought about trading.
I was about to say
Curry
they might have considered Curry,
Not
bro.
saying that they would have done it for sentimental reasons, but I think
they would have considered it.
So why didn't they wait for this summer and just open up trade talks, get the best package? Because they want to win now. The Mavericks don't want like 10 first-round picks.
How do you think
Because
you
they
got
wouldn't
in the
compete
finals,
this
bro,
year.
with Luka?
And if they waited for the summer, it would have killed a playoff run this year.
Bro.
I think that
Kyrie is my top 3, if not top 1 favorite player of all time. I love Kyrie Irving, bro. I love his game. Right? He is not the reason that they were in those finals last year. If he contributed more in some of those finals games, they could have had a better shot. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think in any way were the Celtics losing last year. I don't think they had anybody that could have stood in front of them and said no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they were bound to win that year regardless. Now, 2026 Western Conference champions could be the Mavs this year. They could tee up and, you know what I'm saying, if Clay gets in his duffel, Kyrie comes back at full strength or, you know, close to it. With AD at the 5, at the 4, matter of fact, and then PJ at the 3, Gafford at the 5, like the Mavs still kind of have a decent lineup. But it's like that lineup is not going to last you no more than like a good maybe 2 years, bro. So at what point do you flip them? Or like, are you planning to flip Kyrie next or AD next or put them 2 in a package? Or like, what is your plan? Like, how are you planning to go about this, bro? I know they got a bigger plan in store, bro. There has to be.
Nico Harrison thought, look, if we open this up, we'll have our pick of almost any superstar except for those guys that I said. And Nico Harrison must have thought, but the guy we want more than anyone is Anthony Davis. So let's just make it happen right now. I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do or that's the best player for them. I'm just saying that's what their mindset was.
That makes sense.
Why wait? Nico told ESPN, I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that getting an all-defensive center and an all-NBA player with a defensive mindset gives us a better chance. We're built to win now and in the future. AD and Max Christie, by the way, because Christie has become
Christie is nice, bro.
3-and-D player. So they can now play a
Christie
true center
nice.
next to AD. They have both Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively when he gets healthy again. Kyrie is going to run the point with Spencer Dinwiddie as his backup, with shooters. But unless they win a championship this year, it is an all-time stupid move. Okay?
Unless they win the chip this year, bro,
but his career scoring averages. Number 3 in NBA history, it goes Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, and then Luka. Only guys to average 25, 7 boards, and 7 assists for a career, Oscar Robertson, LeBron, and Luka. Okay?
And their teammates now.
One of the best talents we have ever seen. And to trade a guy like that at 25 years old would be worse than the Clippers dealing SGA. Like when Charlotte traded Kobe
that was
for
wicked
on draft night. Worse than OKC dealing James Harden to Houston. This guy must be such a pain in the butt for the Mavericks to be like, you know what? Let's just get him out of here, okay? That is how annoying it must be to have Luka in your life. But it's also a huge slap in the face to Luka, right? To be the first player ever dealt like this. And he's gonna lose out on $116 million by not being able to sign that Supermax.
I'm not gonna lie. I get that, but that doesn't really make that much sense. LA is the biggest market, one of the biggest markets right now. By the time that LeBron retires, they'll be able to give Luka a fatter contract, and they'll be able to go get a star to, you know, pair alongside him. But it's just like, why would they do this, bro? Like, y'all let me know in the comments, bro. I'm about to like make this a double feature and low-key add the other video into this one. But yo, this makes no sense, bro.
He can make that money up later in his career, but still. So is that enough to get Luka to change? Will maybe being on the same team as his idol, LeBron, who has the most elite discipline ever, be a wake-up call for him? I'm actually kind of surprised that LA has better odds than the Mavericks right now because A, Luka is injured, and B, Dallas, it's true, is a more balanced roster right now. Okay? AD
Dallas
and
looks
Kyrie
nice
are a
right
natural
now.
Fit.
Especially
Luka
with AD and
LeBron
Kyrie.
do similar
Exactly,
things.
bro.
Now their center is Christian Wood. Okay, and what do they do with Austin Reeves?
You have no big,
do the Lakers really need a third one-way player to handle the ball? No. It makes sense now to trade Austin with that
they gonna package
Rob.
That's what I'm about to say. They better package him, bro.
To hold on to those assets to build for the future around Luka, because now they've got like a 10-year window after LeBron. Maybe LA doesn't want to go all in for this season. Honestly, this is the most shocking trade of all time. We are going to learn a lot more about why it happened. But if the new details aren't that, yeah, Luka did demand a trade, or Luka's got some horrible injury that none of us know about, then the only reason is Dallas thinks he's the next Zion Williamson. So if you want more current NBA,
that's so crazy,
this
bro.
is why
What a
LaMelo
thought process.
wasn't an all-star this year. But if you want an NBA mystery, the entire league wanted this dude to sign, then he just disappeared to Europe for no reason. Well, actually, we just found out the true reason why years later.
Wow. What an interesting way to outro that. All right, that's a double feature. We had the craziest trade in NBA history. Jimmy High Roller. Let's do it. Cold word. What the? Somebody still sharing his phone, huh? Hell nah. De'Aaron Fox being here. It's so crazy to me because he really just got booked too. That's so wild, bro. Multiverse is real. What, bro?
There aren't many
You just
things
saying
that can
anything.
stop the entire NBA world in its tracks at 10 p.m. on a Saturday night. Did someone score 100
Literally.
points? Did LeBron hastily retire in the middle of the season? What, did Michael Jordan come back out of retirement? What could
Again?
possibly get everyone riled up out of nowhere? Oh my God.
This is insane, bro.
We all said in unison as news broke that the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I figured this was just some big elaborate hack job, and I was waiting for follow-up tweets saying, false alarm, the Mavericks actually aren't brain dead. I can't believe you guys fell for it. But within minutes, it was clear that this trade was unfortunately very real, and the Mavericks are in fact out of their minds. The
Literally.
same player who Mark Cuban said he would rather leave his wife before giving up, the same player who was responsible for a third of the organization's finals appearances, the same player who by the grace of God miraculously fell into their lap 7 years ago, is now gone. And after looking at
What?
the reported details of this exchange, how it went down and who was involved, this is, without exaggeration, the most shocking trade in NBA history.
No cap. I just clapped hella oranges.
Injured in a car accident? Want to see if
Amazing.
you qualify for a huge check like this? Don't call insurance, don't call an attorney.
Today's video is sponsored by DraftKings. Super Bowl 59 is right around the corner, and DraftKings is here to make the big game even better because they are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5.
I'll bet on
And yes,
FanDuel.
you heard that correctly. An automatic $200 in bonus bets for all new customers who place any $5 wager. And you can use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if
All right, let me just. Yeah, he got paid off.
Now
this
that we've
video.
had about a day to digest the Luka AD trade, by now the reality of the situation should be setting in.
Right.
It has not. A trade so insane that fans
said,
are
"Can't
now
spell
theorizing
Luka without
if the
LA."
league did it for the sake of ratings. Imagine
fact.
concocting a deal so heinous that your fans literally think you're doing it for clout.
Bro, all of the Mavs fans are in shambles right now, bro. I haven't heard a single Mavs fan say that they're like happy about this. And I know I have a lot of Lakers fans and I have a lot of Mavs fans on this channel. So y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this, bro. Go on a rant. I don't give a. Let's really have like a discussion, bro. I'm really curious.
That is how crazy this trade is. And there's about a dozen
Ignore
reasons
the
why
camera
this
tweaking.
is legitimately the most shocking deal we have ever seen. First, according to multiple sources, none of the players even knew this trade was happening. Not Luka, not Anthony Davis, not even the Lakers GM LeBron James. As some sources put it, this deal materialized in the shadows. In the shadows? What is this?
Literally
the
the
Illuminati?
shadows, bro.
What do you mean in the shadows?
Shadows, bro.
And turns out this was the cleanest way this deal could have gone down. Because the next component that makes this truly the craziest trade to ever happen, Luka never requested a trade. He's been in Dallas his entire career, and outside of a few rumors, nothing suggested he wouldn't be a lifer.
He literally
in that
wanted to
organization.
be
There wasn't any
a Maverick
buildup,
forever.
There wasn't any reports of a disgruntled Luka making demands. It just happened. Out of the blue, which is reason number
So messed
3.
up, bro.
The Mavs just traded away a top 3 asset in the NBA without even shopping him. No bidding wars, no asking
Literally,
around and
bro.
assessing other offers. They just made the call to the Lakers.
Bro, you
and
probably
accepted
coulda got
the deal.
Giannis,
Can
bro.
You imagine?
Hold on. Yo, they deadass probably could have got Giannis somehow, bro. I don't know how they could have did it. But I'm jacking they could have, bro. Somehow. How did they do this? How did they make this happen?
haul Dallas would have got if they actually shopped Luka around the league for a couple of months. Oh, you want to give us Luka? Here is our entire franchise. The
That
players, the
ass.
coaches, the building, the staff, my firstborn child.
They
Take
would have
it all.
gave them the
Thanks
whole
for
new
doing
building,
business. I'll
the
figure
whole
out the
Inuit
details
Center,
later.
or
If
whatever it's
Rudy
called.
Gobert is worth 2 starters, 5 first-rounders, and a pick swap. If Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first-rounders, a second-rounder, and a swap. If an aging Paul George is worth a rising SGA, 5
Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. I know that trade with SGA was crazy, but PG, like, he was coming off an MVP like season. You know what I'm saying? The other two, yeah. I don't really care about Gobert, the Timberwolves, or the Bridges to Knicks. I'm not gonna lie. And I like the Knicks, but don't do that at PG, bro. PG was going somewhere. And SGA, I'm not gonna lie, they should have just trusted the process. You know what I'm saying? That was just unfortunate. And look, look at all those first rounds, bro. Like, they gave the Thunder their whole lineup, bro. No cap.
First round picks and 2 pick swaps. Can you imagine what a prime Luka Doncic would have fetched to the right team? Oh wait, I know.
A lot.
A 31-year-old Anthony Davis and a thank you note. It makes no
That
sense.
ass.
And that brings up reason number 4.
No sense.
The Mavericks were just in the finals last year.
Literally
We've seen
last
players
year,
sign
bro.
With other teams after a finals run. We've seen players demand trades after a great season. But we have never seen a team willingly cough up a megastar after being just 3 games away from winning a championship.
Like what,
It's
bro?
unthinkable.
How?
Because reason number 5, it's Luka freaking Doncic. You do not trade
Literally, bro, you don't trade Luka, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
Luka Doncic. If
They
you
must
were
have
to
been
rank
off that
players
duck
in
pack.
the NBA on their trade value, starting with the players who are the most untouchable, non-negotiable, hang up the phone, and down from there, Luka is probably 3rd or 4th.
The fact that he's on this list as the Lakers already is crazy, bro. They're trying to jack he's 270, bro. Literally still shows that he's 230 right there.
On that list. The only 2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic.
Wemby,
Now just
Jokic,
try
and
to
SGA,
wrap your head
literally.
around the deal a team would have to offer.
And that makes
in
perfect
exchange
sense, bro.
For Nikola Jokic.
Bro, look at
Wrap your
this
head
list,
around-
bro. Really look at this, bro. No cap. Donovan Mitchell.
And down
Okay. You feel me? I could see, honestly, I could even see them low-key flip it just because they got Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, what's it called? Garland. You know what I'm saying? Banchero. Bro, if they went to get Banchero, they would have been up right now, bro.
down from there.
Even Anthony Edwards, I feel like, is low-key, like, in the moves right now. I feel like they could flip him.
Luka is
Giannis, again, another dude, bro. I don't consider Giannis untouchable, bro. He doesn't even want to be there, I feel like, nowadays.
probably
JT, bro. I don't think he's going anywhere. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think they would have got him. He just got a chip. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not
3rd
going
or
anywhere.
4th
But it's like the same concept, bro. It's like he just was in the finals. Why are you leaving?
on that list.
SGA, again, they never would have flipped SGA.
The
They
only-
built their whole team around SGA. And then Jokic and Wemby, obviously, the future.
2 players definitively ahead of him are Wemby and Jokic. Now just try to wrap your head around the deal a team would have to offer in exchange for Nikola Jokic, or what the Bucks would get in return.
I'm
for
rapping it, bro.
Giannis. Here's a hint: there isn't one, because
Right.
they would never trade them away. The
I feel
deal
like they would
doesn't
trade Giannis,
exist.
bro.
Tim
Right now,
McMahon
he
of
don't wanna be
ESPN
there.
reported that Dallas had 2 major concerns in regards of Luka's future with the franchise.
feel like that's
the
BS,
first
bro.
one being
I don't
his
believe that.
massive $345 million 5-year extension, which he would have been eligible for this summer, and the second concern being his health and conditioning. In other words, the man was out of shape. So
Right,
let
like
me
what?
get this straight.
So you
The
couldn't get,
Dallas
bro, a fitness
Mavericks
coach or
just
something?
traded away the best player of a generation, the future of their franchise, and the man that just got them to the finals on one leg. Because
On
he
one
weighed
leg.
2 pounds
'Cause he's
for
fat,
points.
bro.
Zion Williamson ate his way into load
Cap
management,
as-
and he has spent the last 6 seasons in and out of rehab, and the Pelicans are
Literally,
still
bro.
sticking by him. Now, Zion didn't deserve that stray. Seems
No,
like
he
a nice
didn't.
guy.
I'm not gonna
Wish
lie.
him the
I was about to
best.
say
But
that seemed kind of like rude. You know what I'm saying? Zion seemed alright.
you get the point. We are
Damn,
now
I didn't
over
realize
a
how many
decade
seasons it's been,
into
though.
the process, and the Sixers have yet to move on from Embiid. It's one
That's a
thing
fact.
for a franchise player to
That's
want
a
out,
fact.
to sign with another team if they aren't happy and the
Right.
opportunity presents itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger in another
Do you know who the Luka is, bro?
Sixers have yet to move on from
see
Embiid.
this?
It's one thing for a franchise player to want out,
Look.
to sign
Oh my.
with another team
He's
if they aren't happy
blasted
and the
on him.
opportunity presents
He said, you can't guard me.
itself. But for a franchise to pull the trigger in
Oh my gosh. When I reacted to that video, bro, when Luka hit that mean ass step back on Gobert, bro, I almost got kicked out the crib, bro, yelling mad loud.
get rid of a megastar in his prime because of constant conditioning issues
No
is
shot, that's
criminal.
the reason,
There's
bro.
really no precedent or great comparison for a trade like this. Because in the past, even when teams did trade a superstar, there was context behind those trades that at least made it seem justifiable. Either the star was exiting their prime and the team was trying to salvage some
Right.
value before they inevitably left, or
Exactly.
despite how good the star was, the team wasn't finding much postseason success and wanted to go in a different direction. Or the star
Right.
was bound to leave anyways, made it known zone, and the team had no leverage, so they were essentially forced into the trade.
Exactly,
this deal
bro.
between the Mavs and the Lakers
And
has
Kyrie
none
being
of
on the
those
Celtics
elements
feels like
involved.
a
Luka
fever
didn't
dream.
request a trade.
Not gonna
He's
lie.
25 years old in his prime, and the Mavericks championship window just opened up.
Literally,
As
bro.
a Blazers fan,
Because of
I am
Luka.
painfully aware of how hard it is to get your hands on a true franchise player. Painfully
Greg
aware.
Oden.
And our team's entire
I'm not gonna lie, this little clip.
your
right here
hands on a
just-
true franchise player. Painfully.
Bro, Bayless, Greg Oden. I want to say, what's his name, bro? Roy. I'm saying Roy Harper in my head, but that's dude from Arrow. Roy, yo, what's his name, bro? Nah, this is actually about to irritate me. Siri, what's that guy's name that got injured on the Trailblazers? Roy something. Brandon Roy. That's what it was. Yeah, bro. I know the Blazers they don't went through it.
On
I'm
a
not
true
gonna lie.
franchise player. Painfully aware. In our team's entire 55-year existence, we've had 3. The first one got hurt, the second one was incredible, the potential third one got hurt, and the
Literally.
actual third one was also incredible. That's about one superstar every 20 years.
Literally,
What
bro.
does the lackluster
Clyde,
history of
I
my
see you.
team have to do with this trade? Well,
Nothing.
because the Mavericks should know a thing or two
Oh,
about
that's
keeping
okay,
their
a
hands
fact.
on a generational talent.
Bro, when they had Dirk,
Are
bro.
you really the last person
You
to
got
find
that
out about
2011
the Skip
shit.
Ads Forever button?
Shut up, bro. Let's copy YouTube Prime or something. Or Premium.
Guys'
whatever.
history, they've only had 2 of them. Dirk Nowitzki and Luka Doncic.
Literally,
The first
bro.
one spent his entire
2.
21-year career in Dallas, facing ups and downs and winning arguably the heaviest and most challenging championship of our lifetime. And the
He
second
beat
one,
LeBron.
they traded away for AD in a box of scraps after just 6.5 seasons of a promising
Nah, the
career.
Max Christie
and as every
disrespect is
fan
crazy.
of a non-major market team knows all too well, generational talents only come along once in a generation. The
Literally,
Mavericks
bro.
aren't some hotspot for superstar talent. They don't
Well, now
get
they
real
might be, I
chances to
guess.
win it all often. Just 3 trips to the finals in 45 years. One of those trips at the hands of the guy who they just sent packing. They
Right?
cannot afford to roll the dice and hope for greener pastures like some other teams can. You are not the Lakers. You get a player like Luka and you lock
hold
that man
on
in
to
and
them.
throw away the key. What are we doing? It could be another 20 years before a player of Luka's caliber puts on a Mavericks jersey. And the team
Literally, bro.
traded him away because he was mildly out of shape. It makes me sick. This is coming from a desperate
Beyond
man
sick,
who's
bro.
got 18 years left before I see another Dame. Which brings us to their second concern. Again, according to sources, the Mavericks were not keen on giving Luka an extension that would have made him the highest paid player in the league. But if the third best
So?
player in the world who gets better in the playoffs is a perennial
Literally.
MVP candidate
Right.
who's hitting his prime isn't worth paying, then who the hell is?
Exactly,
Dallas
bro.
said that this
Who
was
would you
a
have paid,
win-now
bro?
trade. An oxymoron
That's
of a
so
statement
cap,
considering
bro.
who they just traded
Getting
and
rid
where
of
he just
Luka?
got them last
Exactly.
season.
Hella
But
oxymoron.
superstars win championships. Superstars also cost a lot of money. And if you're not willing to empty your pockets, how committed are you to actually winning? In what world
Yo,
has
bro.
being cheap ever won a team a title? It just seems completely
I know Mark
counterintuitive
Cuban did
to
not
what
make
they're
this
trying
decision,
to
bro.
accomplish. Now, the implications of this trade for the Lakers are just as drastic, but for entirely different reasons. For starters, this will be the first time in LeBron's entire career, youth, high school, NBA, a lifetime of basketball, where he won't be the best player on his team, which
Facts.
is already a huge adjustment for him and the
That
team
is
as
a
a
big
whole.
adjustment.
But
Luka's low-key the number
specifically
one now,
because
bro.
Luka and LeBron essentially do the same exact thing.
They do.
Oversized on-ball floor generals with elite scoring abilities. In fact, they
Facts.
not only have the same skill set, they take on the exact same roles on the court. LeBron has always initiated the offense, even if it
Right.
meant relegating point guards to other positions.
Exactly.
And this usually worked in the past because no one did what LeBron could do nearly as good as he could do it. But
Exactly.
now there's a guy who can do what LeBron can do, only better.
Just
so
not
that means
defensively.
unless Luka and the Lakers are okay with him getting
So is
neutralized,
LeBron gonna be
will
the-
have to
the
truly play
4?
off ball and within the flow of the offense for
I'm
the
not gonna
first
lie.
time.
That kind of makes sense though, because if they're trying to like push LeBron into an off-ball role, he might get nasty, bro. Like he may be able to just like get a little more comfortable, just you know what I'm saying, let Luka make the reads and actually like if Luka's doing his job, which we know he's going to, and you know the rest of the Lakers like buy in on that, it'll give LeBron a little bit way of a. He'll have a little bit more of a couple years in the league, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll be able to take care of his body a little more if he doesn't have to like bear all of the weight of like carrying the Lakers, you know.
In about 2 decades. 2 LeBrons on one team.
Literally.
Sounds great in theory, probably a bit redundant, which leads me to believe the Lakers are actually playing a longer game with this trade. Sources report that the Mavericks are the ones that approached LA with this trade, and despite the Lakers playing fairly well as of late, I think they knew their chances of winning another title with the LeBron-AD duo was getting slim. So with the option of trading away key pieces and tripling down on a 40-year-old LeBron to carry them to the promised land, or trade for a megastar that just showed up on their doorstep 5 minutes ago, they couldn't book AD's flight to Dallas quick enough. Which makes me think this move was the first step into the post-LeBron era in Los Angeles.
I think so too.
As we all know, LeBron will more than likely retire within a season or two, and the Lakers needed a new face for their franchise, and they just got it. Inexplicably, miraculously, in the most Lakers way imaginable. I always wondered what LeBron's final years would look like, how he would go out, who would be around him, but never in my wildest dreams
never
did I
thought he
imagine
would play
it
with
be
Luka.
playing second fiddle to Luka Doncic in
Literally,
a Lakers
bro.
jersey. All in all, it seems like the Mavericks won this trade, if you zoom way in and look at this in an 18-month window. But zoom out, and the Lakers are looking around asking themselves how they just pulled off a bank heist. With AD, the Mavericks lineup looks good.
No cap, bro. I know that they have Lester from GTA in their GM office, bro. Lester from GTA is definitely in their front office, because how did they pull this off, bro? I'm not going to lie. And it's like, okay, so they got hella depth now at the 1 and the 4. They might, throw a couple of them dudes in like a package or something. They honestly, even this starting lineup alone, bro, I don't think this is a championship roster per se. But they could get back to the finals, bro. They could get back to the finals, I'm not going to lie.
Good, possibly a winning formula. But the Lakers got Luka Doncic, and in 20 years, fans will look back and wonder how one of the greatest players of all time in his prime was traded away on a random Saturday night.
Literally. I don't remember if it was this video or if it was the one I just reacted to right before this. But it's like, bro, one of the dudes that I just watched, they literally just said it, bro. It's like, bro, if the Mavs don't win right now, bro, whatever they just did was pointless. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have to catch this dub. But just this alone is crazy to me, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know how to feel about this, because it's just like, why would they do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all let me know in the comments, bro. Let me know how y'all feel about this, bro. I know it's been a little bit of time since this happened. Now y'all thoughts have, like, settled in and whatnot. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. If y'all watch this and enjoy it, consider liking, subscribing, watching the video that's on the screen. It's TyyWrrld. I'm gonna catch y'all next time.